A moment of unity at the traditional start of the parliamentary year.
For the times we have failed to be the men and women you believe we can be, we ask your forgiveness.
But the peace and goodwill won't last long.
Thank you so much, Brian.
Yes,
thank
Brian,
you very
thank
much.
you.
As MPs deal with the fallout from Toyota's devastating news.
The motor industry, which has been a very important part of our manufacturing sector for close to 70 years, is changing and shrinking, regrettably shrinking.
You've got thousands of people who've lost their jobs, and all you've got is a procession of hand-wringing government ministers who shrug their shoulders and say the world's too hard and there's nothing we can do.
The prospect of severe job losses is a political emergency for the coalition, and a string of Labor MPs are ready to pass judgment.
It was a conscious decision of Tony Abbott not to have a car industry in this country.
Let's be clear here. These jobs would not have been lost under a Labor government.
This government's job strategy is to let workers basically hit the dole queues.
With Toyota's decision to close in 2017, tens of thousands of jobs in related industries could also go.
Ultimately, I think not everyone is going to get a job in going forward, and that's where the devastation comes in for people losing their jobs.
The loss of those jobs threatens recession in Victoria and South Australia,
prompting calls for a special stimulus package for the Victorian economy.
The federal government needs to intervene urgently to ensure that the Victorian economy does not fall into recession.
The Victorian Premier spent time at the factory this morning and will meet the Prime Minister later today to argue for a substantial assistance package.
My job as Premier of Victoria is to support the workers, and I've met workers on the gate this morning. Some have worked here as short as 7 days, some as long as 27 years.
The Commonwealth will work together with the state of Victoria to try to ensure that Victoria is as well placed as it possibly can be to face the future with confidence.
The loss of so many jobs is a blow to the Prime Minister, given his promise to create 1 million new jobs over the next 5 years. He says if there is some consolation for Toyota employees, it's that they've got a few more years in which to find new work. The carmaker's announcement has also reignited debate over whether the government should have put more money on the table to save the industry, but the Prime Minister's adamant it wouldn't have made a difference. Simon Cullen, ABC News, Canberra.